my lovely YouTubing friends. So we are back with the CB500X project, the Africa Tiny, Africa 500. Still not sure what I'm going to call it yet. And we're going to be putting the center stand on and the pannier racks and also the chiggy, and showing how all of that works. So stick with it. Not a great long video, but I enjoy it. You have to excuse the odd camera on the panniers and all the rest of it, because I only use my small sort of GoPro camera, which is a bit annoying. But before we do that, let's have a quick word from our sponsor.
Oh, I'm Milo, and I'm an actor. They call me the Antonio Banderas of the cat world. I can play dead like this. Yeah, I can do the Eastwood grin. Lovely. But you know what everybody wants, especially the ladies? They want me just to play cute like this. Yeah, nice to like this. Yeah, the ladies like this very much. But, you know, I wasn't a good actor until I started watching Tomb Raider. And now I am just, you know, Oscar material. You know, so I love you all and take care. Remember to subscribe. Au revoir.
Right then, campers, job for today is we're going to be fitting the centre stand. So this is the one that came from Amazon. Was it something like Klarna or something? I will put it up on the description anyway. But I thought I will film this. So this is actually quite a substantial thing. This was 25 quid plus postage, which worked out about £32 or something stupid. But it's actually a nicely made bit of kit. So I've got the centre pin. 2 rubber bungs, one goes in the middle and one on the end there, so that sort of bumps up onto the exhaust. Obviously, and the spring. Now I've watched many videos to make sure I get this right, because they might be quite difficult. And then just the locking bolt on there. I'll just show you what I have got to do, and some of the bits that I'm going to keep with me to do this. But I'll just show you what I've already done so far. Just to give me easy access. So I'll show you that now. Right, at the odd angle. So this little plastic cover here, which is connected in about 3 places. I've only had to do it once. The back screw here, just to give me access to that hole there. Now the thing with that hole there, that's what... Stay with it. That's what this pin goes through. Now I have offered it up. The reason I had to take this off, just so I could get straight access to it, otherwise I wouldn't have room. So I've taken it out. I've given the hole a clean, but what I need to do is make sure that goes in easy. Now I have seen other people on the video saying that to turn this down a little bit, take the sort of surface off, which I've done. So that basically goes into there with obviously the center stand on it. So that's my next job. So I've already taken a little bit of this off. I'm just going to offer it up and see how that works. So that's the next bit. Right, so yes, you always get sweaty when you're doing these sort of jobs in a garage. Right, nightmare. So I've really had to take a lot of the metal off this. I've had to get my file and the sander on there to get that down. I think there's as much as the problem getting through the slot as a little bit of corrosion in the slot, so I've had to clean that as best I can in there. So that will go in now. So that was a pig, but never mind. So I can offer up the stand. I can put the rubber grommets in and bits and see where we are. Right, catch you in a minute. Right, that's in. Now I've got to put the spring on. I'm just trying to work out where the hell the spring goes, because obviously part of it goes there. You can see that, and this other bit fits on somewhere. It's not that. There's a ring up here, so I'm presuming it goes in there, and then that's got to fit on there somehow. Wow, holy moly! That's going to be fun, isn't it? I thought this was going to be a nice... I looked at everything on YouTube and thought, oh, that's easy, isn't it? Right, I'll see how I'm going to do it. Right, catch you in a minute. Seek and you will find. I finally got that bloody spring on. So it took all this lot. This is strings, cable ties, all the rest of it. But there is a way to do it. It was essentially using two big screwdrivers. One to use as an anchor point, pull it up, get it where you want it, cable tie that off, and then just with the other one just to tap it down. So let's have a look. But boy, what a pig of a job that was. They're always little annoying ones, aren't they? So spring sits in there. I don't think it really matters which way that goes around. It's a long bit or short end, doesn't really matter. But reset. But that was a what a hell of a tough spring. So that sits like that. I'm a little bit concerned about how close this is to the chain. But obviously the chain probably needs a bit of a tighten anyway. But I have got the rubber bung on the other side, and I could actually put something else in there just to give that a bit of extra. But I've just got to ping that back up into its position. And away we go. Good Lord. Well, that's that job done. If you think about doing it, yeah, if you buy one of those cheap stands, the actual quality of the stand itself seems really good. It's really heavy. I'll give it that. It's you know, a couple of kilos. But you just might need to file off the pin a little bit just to make it in there easy. Make sure you grease it, which I did. Greased it when I put it in, and it went actually quite easy. But yeah, solid bit of kit. But obviously we needed that, so I can now take the wheels off for their gold powder coating. So there you go. That's that job done anyway. Yeah, not as easy as it looks on the other videos, but anyway, yeah, it's doable. Without any special tools, just a bit of brute force and two really good screwdrivers. Right, hello everyone, we're back. So next stage for the CB500. So we've just done which should be in the same episode, the centre stand, which is great. So that's all nice. So it makes life easier, doesn't it, centre stand? Because these do lean quite a bit, these CB500s. So next job on the list is going to be the install of the pannier racks. So these are for the soft panniers, and this is what I've got. I've even got some stickers. That's nice. So these came from India as well. I've already put the price up on these, but there's a lot of nuts and bolts on this one, and it's just working out where all the bits go. So I think they tend to fit in these bits here. So there's a rod that fits into there, and the rack itself sits there, and then there's another bit that goes underneath and fits underneath the light bracket somewhere. Yeah, there's two. I think there's two bolts there. So that's the next job. I'll get the seat off and a couple of bits just to get that done, and then as long as that doesn't take a lifetime, and then I'll show you the actual panniers that I bought for that. So I'll give you a good look around the panniers, and then I'm hoping to fit the Chiggy, which is that one obviously, which you've seen, the AI05 play, and that will go onto my accessory mount. So we'll see if we've got time for that, hopefully, but I might do something separate on that altogether, just so see how it works, because I need to wire that in. Although I've got USB, I might direct wire this. But I'm going to see how that works first, because this direct wire is quite tidy, but I don't want a complete drain off the battery all the time, and sort of if I forget to turn it off, which is obviously could be a problem. So we'll start with the panniers. I'll get the bits off, get all the tools out, and then sort of give you a rough idea of where we're going to go with that. So I'll catch you in a minute. Right, encountered the first technical hurdle. Ain't got very far yet, have we? So it shows that this part of this bracket sits on the outside in the pictures, but the screws, the bolts that they supplied wouldn't work because they sit out here. So I'm going to see whether it should actually, it's just the way they've done the picture, and they should sit inside, because if they sit inside there, that's absolutely fine. They'll fit no problem at all. So we'll just have to see how that goes, because this obviously sort of comes up and bends up like that. We just have to see how that works in it. So that's the first problem, but I'm going to tighten these up, do it on the other side. This, I was quite lucky because this didn't, the guy that I got this from had already removed the rear pegs, and I'll show you on the other side what he'd done. He'd ground off the peg on this side, but he did give me two, a standard one with the peg on it. So obviously I can take that off and then fit the rear peg, or the rear peg's fitted anyway. So we'll have a go with that and see how it all works. Right, back in a bit. So it's all about reading, looking at the pictures, isn't it? So that is right. So in the let's have a look. Yeah. So in that picture, this is correct. So yeah, it does go behind. So I've got the 2 bolts in there, and that's all done. Got to do that bit. So I bolted that bit up. First one, got these way around. Realised that I don't know why I thought that the wide bit would be at the top, because I thought that cut doesn't fit. So that's how that goes. So it does go the other way around. So that's cool. I've just loosely fitted the those 2 in there. I'll do the other side, and then I can put the cross beam in, which is this one, and that somehow goes in there and then fits into the back. So that's got to be done. So I will now do the other side. Right, so that's now loosely fitted. This is all loose, and that sits up in there like that, and that's loose as well. So the way they go, because obviously you think these are going to be flat, but they're not. They obviously go like that, so they're at an angle, because the bags will be at an angle. So that's cool. It's looking good. Right, I shall endeavour to tighten all this up, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Right, there we are. So they're on, and actually these were. I thought these were going to be a bit not as that rigid, because I was thinking of taking a point from here to bolt into that, but actually I don't really need that. They're really solid. So we've got an additional couple of little screws there which go in and hold this little bracket, which is handy, just gives you another little tie area really. So nice bit of thought, and I like the way they've got all these extra slots and things in here, so that's good. Right, I shall have a quick tidy up, and then I will show you the panniers which are going on. The pannier racks are on, and now I've got the panniers on. So let's take a closer look at these, and you can see what I actually chose. Right, let's come and have a look. Right, so I went for these are Via Terra, and I sort of trawled around the internet looking for stuff, and these were listed as ones for the Himalayan, the Enfield Himalayan. But I looked at these, and I sort of saw some reviews online, mainly in India, but I was really impressed because I'm using the Hepco Becker ones on the Interceptor. I like soft bags, and I just like the way that they work with the roll inside. So let's have a look. So you've got the regular sort of clips on the outside here, and then when you go on the inside, you've got the roll top, which is exactly the same as my Hepco Beckers. And these have also got removable liners, so that's a waterproof liner in there. It does say 100% waterproof, but these I think are 45 litre or something like that. But they're pretty big, about the same size as the Hepco Becker ones, but they're really nicely made, you know, double stitching everywhere. The other thing I like, you know, these covers are quite thick, you know, quite padded, which is really nice. These are all rubberized on here, and you've got your regular clips on there. The other bits I've got, which I really liked, one, it's got a zip pocket on the outside, so you can put, you know, whatever you want in there. Don't know whether that'd be waterproof. Would that be waterproof? Yeah, it's got a waterproof liner in there. But what I did like is you got this bit, if you can see it. You've got like a stretchy net piece where you could put bottles and a flask or something with a tightening strap there, and also on the front you've got the same thing. Let's see if I can get that off. But what you've also got is the covers to go with them, so you can put another cover on there. So it's a really nice bit of kit, I think. Now, being in black, and they're really light, and I just thought they were a really nice piece of kit. And I've already put the price up on these. I think they were about £90. I think it comes about £100 by the time they were posted. So really good. Well, hopefully they'll be really good. Let's move my phone out of the way. So they're joined together with straps at the back. I need to work out how I'm going to attach them to the pannier racks. there's not really buckles for that. Well, there are buckles, but they'll pull them around a little bit. So I don't really want to cable tie them unnecessarily, because I might need to take them on and off quite quickly. So I'll work out how I can get a quick on-off sort of system going, whether that means using these or those additional brackets on the panniers, but something that they will sit on there quite easily, and I can just flip them off. So I might change the way that they're connected to the pannier, because what's also nice, they don't hit the exhaust, which is always a bit worrying. You don't want to sort of melt them, but they shouldn't do. They do have a hard pad underneath. They have the hard padding. See if I can get a better picture of that. You've got the extra feet and stuff under there, so it's quite rigid. And you've also got underneath or inside the hard plastic, which keeps them separate, which was actually picked to do, really tight, but really well made these. So that's the panniers and the pannier racks. So they're nice. I like those. I'm quite impressed with those. I think they'll do a good job, and they're not going to sort of interfere with me when I'll be sitting down. So that's good. Right, that's that job done. Excellent. What I've also, just worth checking, you can still get the pillion can get to the rear pegs, because that is the fault of the ones with the Hepco Beckers I've got on the Interceptor. You can't get to the rear pegs, which is a bit annoying, but this one you can. So cool. Right, next job will be the Chiggy. Right, the Chiggy is now fitted. So tell you what I've done. So that was obviously the mount which I showed you earlier. It sits on this sort of ball mount, but it meant I could put it central, which is really good, and get it to the right height. The cable goes from here down the fairing, under the fairing, under it, and then under the seat. It's connected directly to the battery, and then you've got a yellow wire, which is the ACC connector, which means that when it will only power up when you turn the bike on, because it's a 12 outlet, which only comes on when you've got the ignition on. So that goes through to there. So I will just show you it quickly. We'll put an ignition on, and then we should have, there we go, Chiggy starting. And this will connect direct to my phone at the moment. So that's the normal screen. If I go to there, and then there, and that's the connect to my phone. So I've got my navigation, phone, and all the rest of it, and my music down there. If I go back to that, then I've got my screen. I've got Speedo, because it's obviously GPS and all the rest of it. You've got the compass and the tyre pressure measurers, which I will actually get for this at some point. If I press that, then I get a different thing, which also gives me my voltage. Also 11.4, because we're running everything, and then I've got speed and all the rest of it there. So fantastic. Well, cool. Right, take care everybody. I will see you in the next one. It's gold wheels next. That's the next job. When I'll get to do that, I'm not sure, but it will be gold wheels. All right, take care.